everybody, welcome back. Right now I'm standing in front of a cemetery, but I'm not going to explore, at least right away. This is known as the Monument City Cemetery, and the special thing about that is that it is pretty much the only thing that remains of one of Indiana's most famous ghost towns, known actually as Monument City. And down the road here behind me, if I walk far enough, I may actually be able to find some of the few remaining ruins of the ghost town. And that's what we're going to do in this video, and then I'm going to come back and explore this really awesome cemetery and what's left here, and maybe we can see some of the residents that had lived in this town long before it was destroyed by the reservoir. The town was actually flooded to make way for a gigantic reservoir, and so now the entire town is completely underwater. But every once in a while, though, the water level is low enough to be able to see some of the remains. So up here's one of the neighbors already checking me out. There's a white truck behind me. I don't know if it's going to pull around and if anybody's going to say anything to me or not, but I actually could have gone quite a bit further down this road and parked at the end towards the dead end, but I decided instead to park here next to the cemetery since I was going to be coming back here anyway, and it makes it a little bit further of a walk, a little bit better exercise, so why not? I absolutely love the road signs in this area. There's so many roads that were cut off due to the reservoir being flooded, that now every road that you come on down here has these awesome flooding signs on it. It just seems kind of strange and yet obvious that the roads are going to be flooded and yet still have the signs. See how weird and eerie this is. This used to be one of the main roads leading into Monument City. You can see now it's just completely overgrown. Now the roads themselves are still fairly intact, but you'll see when I get up here, even that will change. As always, everybody, make sure you check out my other social media accounts. I do post on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and things like that every single day. So if you're looking to keep up and get some inside tips on what's coming up, if you're wondering why the recent video is not quite on time, that's where the information is going to be, most likely on Twitter and then Facebook, and then of course Instagram is just that place that catches all of my cool little still shots that I get that I'd like to share with y'all. And occasionally I release some non-related video items on Instagram as well. So you can start to see the barricades coming up here where the road officially ends and you're no longer allowed to drive. Not a bad day overall so far. I've been rock climbing and now I'm exploring a ghost town, so no complaints here. I just wanted to pause for a moment and do a quick 360 just to give you that full experience, because this used to be one of the main roads of a town. When somebody decided that this area of Indiana needed a gigantic reservoir, this is what the town right in the middle of it turned into. So instantly you can see the shape of the road has changed. And how weird to think it's a Sunday today. People would probably be out driving, going to church, maybe picking up a few groceries. And now nothing except whatever we find up here is left of this place. It doesn't even feel like civilization anymore. The only thing that even links you to civilization anymore is the road. And even that, you can see, is starting to give way to nature. The bugs are starting to get back, but oddly, as close as I am to water, the mosquitoes are really not bothering me yet. But there's tons of butterflies. This is really cool. I didn't actually think I'd have to walk this far I guess I judged it wrong. I've been here before, but I actually have never been down this road. And this is the road where you're supposed to be able to see the surest signs of whatever remains of this place. But you can see it's just utter devastation. You can see over the brush here, some signs of the reservoir starting to pop up. And really, it seems like, you know, this area in here is really only been abandoned because of the systematic flooding that the reservoir causes. As you can see, even though we're on the abandoned road, it's really not underwater, as you can see. However, we haven't really got to the main area of the town. Oh, I can see the reservoir up ahead. I just saw the main body of water pop out through the trees. And here comes a road sign. Like, it looks so new too, is the funny part. And like, really, unless you're park staff around here, I don't think anybody's actually allowed to drive here. But one of my favorite road signs in the world. Alright, so continuing forward, I actually still have quite a ways to walk. I guess I should have parked right at the gate, but I'm a little bit happy I didn't. I could use the exercise, and I love doing stuff like this. But based on the water levels I'm seeing this time, we actually might have a good chance of seeing some of the ruins here. So I'm really happy. The last time I was here actually was during some historically low water levels, and I still encountered flooding on a lot of these roads. And just still, I can't get over that bizarre feeling, that post-apocalyptic feeling that this place gives. Truly one of my favorite places in the area to visit, even though there's really not a lot of buildings. It's just that feeling. It's as if something terrible has happened here and there's just nothing left. And that's pretty much exactly the case for a lot of people. A giant flood happened here. A lot of people lost their homes. And now this is all that remains. I'm going to be visiting another ghost town here in another few weeks. And it's not exactly the same way. There are some buildings left to explore, but you'll see once again, it's just so strange to walk through knowing how many lives have gone through the area, and yet it's just wilderness. So when I head out on the big trip, we're gonna hit at least one ghost town, and I'm gonna try and hit another one in the Appalachian area. So I really hope I have enough battery to actually go back and do a video of the cemetery. How cool is this area? See, the water is just right through this tiny row of plants. On either side right now, I'm completely surrounded by water. The sad thing is, I think I need to keep going. I guess I might have to get wet here. I have a waterproof camera, I can see the other side, but I'm not sure how deep this gets. see I've pretty much come to the bitter end. I pretty much have to walk, but I think I can make it. This is bizarre. So I'm still on the road. Just want to let you know. And I can see, because I can see the green algae following the road, and I can see that it's starting to get more shallow here. So I'm literally walking on a flooded road in a ghost town. You can see how far I've actually walked. I'm gonna try and follow the road straight here. Okay, wow. So there's the road all the way over there. I'm gonna sneak through here and see if I can. I should technically be on the road right now too, which is the funny part. But I don't know if I'm gonna be able to see anything. And the water is so murky. Oh no. It's a little bit too deep. We are not in the historic low times. And even though the road looked great, it's just pretty much a reservoir here. And you can see straight ahead, right there, is the island. It's called Monument Island. And in between here and there is where the road still would have left, or led. And somewhere in this area here are the remains of Monument City. And I'll be back. I definitely want to find the ruins. That was a lot of fun. Walking across that road like that, especially in the flooded part. But now I want to get back, because I'm hoping these waves are coming from a boat and not because the tide's starting to roll in, because I definitely don't want to wade back. As you can see, the clarity of the water is not the best, so even if I put the GoPro down in there, it's not gonna see anything whatsoever. Well, here's the one ruin I could find of Monument City, right in the water there. And that's something from, I don't know if it's from the road or from one of the buildings or what it is exactly, but you can see it's actually a man-made structure of some sort, whether it was a pipe or part of a foundation. I'm glad I'm able to see at least one thing here. Especially for getting as wet as I did. I'm gonna check this area real quick just to see if maybe I can see any pieces of foundation in here. You can see this rock here looks out of place. I want to say that might have been a piece of somebody's landscaping back in the day. That looks like something that would have been used to decorate somebody's lawn or driveway. Look at that. That's where I have to head back to. There's a crane flying over there. Just a beautiful, beautiful area now for nature watching. But a little bit of a sad tone, because these people's lives, their homes, and their memories had to be erased for this place to be created. Alright. Well, folks, right now I'm gonna head back into the water and try and do as straight of a line as possible through the now scary looking murky water, but I'm already beginning to feel the sturdy road beneath, and you can see it possibly on camera starting, yeah, there it is, starting to show through the water. Definitely not as much as I wanted to show you guys, but how many times in life are you gonna go down a closed road that just disappears right into the water like this? So right now I'm gonna head back to my car. We're gonna check out this really cool cemetery that really is the only remaining memory of these people that lived here. And then we're gonna take off and probably check out the actual dam that caused this event to happen. Alright, well I can't think of any better place to do an outro. Thank you everybody. I'm glad you came along for the ride with me, and make sure to stay tuned for the next one. And as always, if you haven't subscribed to the journey, make sure to click the link in the description below or at the end of this video. So, look forward to having you on the journey and seeing you in the next one. Have a good one everybody.